Hey, fourth graders, Mrs. Shell here to talk to you about measuring capacity. If you remember, capacity is the amount a container can hold, and we're going to focus on the U.S. customary system today. So you are probably going to be familiar with a lot of these units that we use, but we're just going to kind of go in depth with the different units today. So I'm going to present my screen here, and the first slide you're going to see are the different units that we do use. So we have a cup here, and a cup you might be familiar with when you bake or cook. You have a cup, a half cup, quarter cup, and a cup is actually 8 ounces. And so ounces are another type of unit that's actually not on here. There are 2 cups in a pint. So a pint is the next biggest unit. And a lot of times if you get like a little tub of ice cream, that's how much a pint is. And then there are 2 pints in a quart. So you can see if you get like a smaller container of milk, it would be a quart. And then there are 4 quarts in a gallon. So most of the time we buy milks in gallons or half gallons are the smaller containers. So we're going to go through and do an activity where you're going to practice this by creating a gallon man. So I'm first going to show you, here's the activity, but on the last slide, there will be an example. So here's a completed gallon man. It shows you that in 1 gallon, there are those 4 quarts. And then for each quart, there are 2 pints. And for each pint, there are 2 cups. So in a gallon, there are actually 2, 4, 6, 8 pints. And in a whole gallon, there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 cups. So you're going to create your own gallon man. I'm going to jump back to that slide. The first step is going to be to drag the pieces onto the person. Remember, each gallon has 4 quarts, each quart has 2 pints, and each pint has 2 cups. So the information you need is right here. All you're going to do, and I have to get out of present mode to show you this, but all you're going to do is you're going to drag these pieces over to the person, just like the example showed. So this first one here is quart. So when I click on it and I drag it over to my gallon man, now you'll notice when I'm clicked on a piece, this blue outline comes up. Remember that if I see my mouse cursor looking like this actually will change the size of it. So I don't want to do that. If you accidentally do that, you can just come up here to the undo button and it'll go back to its correct size. So when I'm moving it, I want to make sure that I see these double crosshairs, so that T shape on my mouse. And then that will allow me to move it wherever I want. This up here, this circle, if I click on that, that would allow you to rotate it if you wanted to. You don't necessarily need to, but that's what that circle does. And again, if you ever do something and you don't like it, you can always hit the undo button. So you're going to put 4 quarts on here. And I kind of made my example look like a man or a person. So you're going to go through and do that. And then remember, on each quart, come over to the pint. Each quart needs 2 pints. And each pint needs 2 cups. So I've kind of positioned them so that I have room for all of them. Okay. So obviously you're going to finish that all the way through with all of the quarts and pints and cups that you need. And then step 2 would be to choose a face. So you can come over here and choose from the variety of faces that are here, and you're just going to drag it over onto the circle. Position it so it covers that circle up. And then step 3 down here, you can color your person. So what we mean by that is just to click on the different pieces. So if I click on the body, the gallon, and I come up here and I click the little paint bucket, then I can change the color of it. And again, if it's something I don't like, I can always hit undo, or I can come back up here and change the color again. All right, when you're done, there are questions on the next slide. Let's see if I can get to them. Here we go. So fill out these questions, and you can go back and use your gallon person to help you if you need to. This last question is optional, so if you want a little challenge, try that one out. And then whenever you're done with all that, you can hit turn in and you are finished with the lesson. All right, have fun. Have a great day.